Tragically, COVID's going to kill a few million people. Climate change could well kill a few billion. But if climate change is the bigger threat, why have we responded so decisively to COVID and so indecisively to climate change? Consider this. Just 3 months into the global lockdown of April 2020, the US government mobilized $6 trillion. $6 trillion to fight the pandemic. They were scared. The threat was immediate. It was at their doorstep. Coincidentally, $6 trillion is exactly what it would cost to transition the entire United States out of fossil fuels and into renewables. They spent that at the drop of a hat. The money that could have been used to transition the United States completely out of fossil fuels and into renewables. They used that immediately to address the problem of COVID-19. Then fast forward 1 year. President Biden is elected. He tries to pass an infrastructure bill for half this amount, $3 trillion, with a big climate change component. And what happened? Over the next 5 months, opposition forced him to whittle that bill down to $1.2 trillion, with only half of it going to renewables. So why is it we can mobilize $6 trillion for COVID, and we're lucky to get $500 billion for climate change? Why is that? Earlier I mentioned immediacy, and let's talk about immediacy. It has to do with the immediate threat to us. Studies have found that people not only respond much more decisively to immediate and tangible threats, but we tend to avoid dealing with future threats, no matter how serious they may be. Have you ever thought about that for yourself? I mean, issues that you're worried about, you think, I can't worry about that now, I'll worry about that later, I'm hungry. I mean, it's that simple. Apparently, the human brain is simply not wired to respond easily to large, slow-moving threats. And that's exactly what climate change has been for these past several years. A large, slow-moving threat. People just are not as scared as they should be. So how do we overcome this problem? I don't know. That's why I'm talking to you guys. I've often thought it'd be fun to build a true-to-life, scientifically accurate, problem-solving game for policymakers, ideally using a virtual reality platform, where the players can move back and forth through time to see the impacts of good decisions and bad decisions on the state of the world. To be effective, this game would have to be designed to scare the bejesus out of the players. Hey, I know you're not game developers, you're app developers. But is there an app we could develop that could do the same thing? Help people to understand just how real the threat climate change is. If this is something that interests you, please get in touch with me. I think if you have a promising idea, I'm sure I'd want to invest in it.